Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a wonderful place. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, the FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now.
Where I am now.
And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WGPL 1350 AM, and WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go over to YouTube. Our newest channel is FYI Radio Show. Host Yolanda Hinton, or you can go to Cristo Records 1, CRISTO Records 1. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we promise we'll shout you out.
Shout out.
Mr. E, it's
Yes.
Fun Friday.
Can I do a joke in today?
No, we got to guess. We got time for that.
Okay.
Mr. E, it's Fun Friday. And guess what? It is just as cold out there today.
It's the weekend,
It's the
and I just got paid.
I tell you what, we're excited about the weekend. Today it's a little cool in the Hampton Roads area. Yesterday it was up and popping. The temperature was good enough for me to go out and work out outside.
Let me tell you, the temperature was beautiful on yesterday, but we got the springtime. Spring.
Oh my goodness,
and
welcome
mix,
spring.
so you get that. Yeah.
It's spring, but I tell you what, it's going to be up and down for a minute. But in the meantime, we thank God for whatever it is. It could be cold, hot, snowy, or whatever. It's the day that God has made.
That's right.
And we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. It's Fun Friday, and it's also Mr. E, Women's History Month. We're still celebrating. Women. That's right.
The more I hear about that, the more I say, oh, Lord.
What you talking about, oh, Lord? We need a day. We need a year. We got a month. I'm like Black History Month. Everybody say a day is not enough.
Oh,
but
God.
I'm just so pleased and excited about
Congratulations.
Our Black History Month. We're celebrating, and we have a special guest right here in the studio celebrating with us. We have Miss Serena Man. Or am I saying it right? Ms. Serena Man, founder of Impact. Individuals making positive, active change together. I absolutely love that. Good morning, Miss Serena.
Abundant rising to you, Queen. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity.
Thank you for coming in. We don't have that many guests coming in. During the pandemic, we kind of like, okay, we'll let people call through the phone. But you said, hey, I can come in and be a part of what you all doing right in real time.
That's right.
What about that? So look, let's talk about your organization. Let's talk about you. First of all, we want to give out a little bit of information about who you are and some information as well about Impact.
So I am most importantly a blessed and favorite daughter of the Most High True and Living God. And outside of that, I'm a mother of one. My daughter is Shemaya. She's 18 years old. And I'm also a serial entrepreneur. So I have several businesses. My first love is Heavenly Hearts Family Learning Place and in-home daycare that was birthed 17 years ago. And then I also have Heavenly Hearts Learning Academy, which is a nonprofit, but it's also a commercial learning center based out of the city of Portsmouth. And then we have our nonprofit that you just mentioned, Individuals Making Positive Active Change Together. And our whole goal is to connect the community to resources.
You must like kids. You said you had a daycare. And it must really be something that you love.
Yeah, I love it, and it's ministry.
And I asked about that because that was one of my first beginnings in business. I had a small daycare, something that I really, really loved. And I love children. That was really one of the main things. And I wanted to really invest in children. One day my mom said, you know what, you need to go back to college and leave these little kids alone. You don't have time for little children. You're too young. So I took her advice with tears and I went back to school. But I find myself again, years later in nonprofit world and caring for the youth, mentoring and providing programs. So it was really a wonderful beginning for me. But we are just excited about what you're doing. We want to know about Impact's mission, its purpose, and its services.
Absolutely. So our 4 pillars of health that we focus on are physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial health. And we do that by helping to connect with other nonprofits and businesses. So it's all about collaborating. It's all about everybody coming together because you need a holistic approach in order to truly be able to be healthy. And so that's what we do. And our biggest thing that we have in the play right now is our Safe and Sound Network.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Safe and Sound came about 6 months ago. And it was myself originally and 5 other partners who started what was called HUCSI, the Holistic Urban Community Safety Initiative. And it was a program we created for Portsmouth United. From there, we were able to just build the framework on how organizations can work together, because we always hear that we're better together and we should work together. But we also hear that Black people don't work together and nonprofits don't work together. So we've been able to come together and actually build a framework and a blueprint on the how, so that people can successfully work together.
Mm-hmm. So nonprofits coming together like a coalition of different organizations, and the purpose for you all actually coming together is to just continue to serve the community.
Yes, to leverage each other's resources. So if you have a great program, but people can't get to it, then how effective is that program? And so we have people within our network that provide transportation, like we have a bus, a regular school bus that seats 48 people that we purchased. And the whole goal of that bus was to help overcome transportation insecurities so that people can get to the awesome programs that are available.
Where are you all located?
So all the partners are really throughout Hampton Roads and afar. We have some partners that are up in Pennsylvania. We have other partners that are in Suffolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, all over the area, people doing great work. The issue is most of the time they're one woman and one man shows. They have a very small team, so they have limited resources, limited bandwidth. So together we bring all the resources to the table, and then we divide them up so that everybody can win, us as organizations and the community.
Very good. Steve?
Well, I am so proud, and good morning again to Miss Serena Mann. Thank you so much for allowing you to be in the studio with us with Impact, IMPACT. And what is your mission and who's sponsoring you?
Well, our mission is to connect the community to resources to be holistically healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And we focus on, people that are underserved in different low income communities. But we also realize that even people who are affluent need resources as well. And so we wrap around, all of the different things we do throughout the entire area. Portsmouth Police Department was actually one of our biggest funders with the Portsmouth United Initiative. And their general mission was to help use grassroots organizations to decrease the crime and the violence that was plaguing the city of Portsmouth. And so from there, we realized that there are other people in different cities that are having these same issues. And so we're able to now merge together and provide a network of just collaboration and love.
Who qualifies to be a part of you?
People that have, number one, a kingdom-minded perspective that is not selfish, because you can't be selfish and come into this network thinking that you're only here to take. It's mutual. You have to be able to give and take. So anybody that is trying to do something for the greater good, that has something to bring to the table and maybe need some support, you are eligible.
People do that? They come and take only?
Oh, they do.
There's some taking.
They do. You know that some people come being selfish and only thinking about what can I get for me.
Okay.
There's not anything wrong with you getting something for you, but you also have to think, what can I do for someone else?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Who do you serve? I know you mentioned children earlier with your business, but who else under your nonprofit is being served?
So we really have a very vast reach. We have people in our network. We had earlier today, one of our partners, because we have our Safe and Sound meeting every Friday morning from 7:30 to 8:30. So one of our partners serves senior citizens. So actually, several of our partners serve senior citizens. Some of them serve just youth, like from the ages of birth to 12. Some have programs from 12 to 17. And then some have programs that are focused on, between the ages of 16 and 25. So we just did a retreat about a week ago at Massanutten. And we had individuals from the ages of 18 up until like 45 years old. And it was focused on loving the leader inside of you. It was all about healing. It was all about bringing down those limiting belief systems that keep you in bondage.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Massanutten.
Massanutten.
Oh, that is absolutely fabulous. Events, anything going on, fundraisers, events that we need to share with our community.
Absolutely. So our big push is Portsmouth Peace Week. Our goal is that no child shall be left idle during spring break. Because we know that an idle mind
is the devil's workshop.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so with that being said, we have numerous programs that are going on throughout the city of Portsmouth that the community as a whole are welcome to participate in. And so if you go to the Portsmouth Peace Week website, you'll be able to see all of the programs that are available. And you can go ahead and start signing your children up. They have things from free boxing lessons, free wrestling lessons, flag football, dance, cooking lessons, emotional intelligence workshops, and even, just fun outside field day sort of things going on. So it's all this stuff for free during the week of spring break. And on March the 29th, we're doing a spring fling. It's going to be at Purpose Driven on Columbus Avenue in Portsmouth. And you guys are welcome to come out. We're going to have food distribution going on that day. So if you need groceries, you can come and get that. If you want to learn about the partners that are going to have programs for spring break, you can sign up. You can know the locations. We'll have food, line dancing, bouncy houses for the kids, and all this is free of charge as well. March 29th.
I don't know how to line dance. Will y'all teach me how to line dance? That song, can you teach me how to dug it? Can you teach me how to line dance?
That's what the fan
the fan. Okay, yeah.
What can the community do? You need volunteers, donations. What is the need of the organization?
So we always need volunteers. We need individuals that can help us do our community cleanup. On March 29th, we're going to be doing the Great American Cleanup all around the nation. There will be efforts to beautify and clean the community.
Wow.
So we have that going on the 29th from 8 to 12, and then from 11 to 3 is the spring fling. We need sponsors, people that maybe want to contribute in-kind items or monetary gifts to help make it successful. Our goal is to help 500 children through spring break.
Marvelous.
So we definitely need, mentorship, people that can come out and just be present and just share your experiences and just be that person to fill in the gap, because we don't have community like we used to. People don't embrace each other like they used to. So we want to just foster that.
Well, speaking of, people don't come together. Do you think the pandemic has had anything to do? I know it's behind us, but it did something in our communities and in our world. Do you think people are now not coming back to things like church and events because they still spook?
Well, I think that has something to do with it. If I'm being really plain, though, I feel that technology has really impeded people's socialization. A lot of times people will sit, I've seen people when I used to wait tables on dates, and they would literally not even be talking to each other. They would both just be on their phone, looking down, scrolling, but they're there. So it's like, we're here, but we're not present.
Okay.
So we have to put the devices down.
Yes.
We have to put those things aside and remember what it feels like to engage with a human being in person.
Absolutely.
So you saying that the technology has played a big important role, is playing a big important role in people's lives today because there's no more communication skills with one another. But when you go to Portsmouth and we hear about the high crime area, the shooting and the gang violence, do you feel as if you be in trouble or if you'd be afraid to get out there? What are the people are saying in Portsmouth, since you're there in Portsmouth, about the crime?
Well, it's definitely a concern. And, one of my good friends, Pastor Frances Knight, I was at her Black History program just a few weeks ago. And while we were inside of the church, it was beautiful. They had a Black History, and they had a reenactment of Rosa Parks. And the little boy was the police, and he goes to pull the little girl off the bus. She was Rosa. And as soon as he goes to pull her off the bus, we heard pop, 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 pop. And everybody was like, oh my God, they have sound effects.
Oh my.
They went to the extra mile. They did sound effects. Somebody's outside like making this so real for the kids. And one of the members were like, no, this isn't part of it. Get down. Get away from the window. And so that was the first time in all the years that they had been there that something like that had taken place. And it just transformed that quickly. And then from there, there's just been a domino of just all these shootings. So you definitely have to be vigilant. Now, to be afraid, God commands us not to be afraid.
That's right.
So we shouldn't be afraid, but we do need to be conscious and vigilant, because certain places are more prone to different things going on at certain times. So before you go places, I would say just do your research and find out when is the time that you need to not be there.
What is the address and the telephone number where they can contact you?
Oh, sure. So I'm always at the Impact Center. The Heavenly Hearts Impact Center, located at 3421 Portsmouth Boulevard. You can come by there with an appointment, because we don't just open the door for anybody. But if you come by with an appointment, we would love to sit down and talk to you and see how we can build. You can always call me at 757-254-8156, and we can have a conversation about just seeing how we can help each other in the community. And you can always find us on Facebook, Instagram, individuals making positive, active change together.
Absolutely. We are in Women's History Month. When you think of Women's History Month and women's history, what comes to your mind?
I think about my ancestors and my family that I never knew. And I wonder about who they were. I wonder about their personalities, their qualities. Did I get certain attributes from them? I'm talking about like all the way back to ancient times, because when I was in Belize, I went to Alton Ha, which was a ancient Mayan ruins, left over. And just there, I could feel the energy of the vibration of the people that once was. And so I just wonder about, in history, women's history, especially, like, who were my strong, powerful women ancestors, and what did I glean from them?
Absolutely. What do you think women need of all things? What's some of the biggest things that you see as you serve women, the family? What's lacking? What do women need to have in this day and time?
You know, it's so funny you say that because I was making an observation the other day. And what I have noticed with a lot of the families that I serve, these are single mothers that need to heal. They keep making the same decision over and over and over again without taking the time to do the work on themselves.
Oh, wow.
Heal yourself, sis. Love yourself, sis. Forgive yourself, sis. And let yourself transform into who God wants you to be. But we can't do that unless we heal first and get out of our own way.
Absolutely. Your organization, I'm sure, reaches out to women. And do you see growth? Do you see success in the things that you all are doing as an organization?
Oh, absolutely. We've only been established under this initiative for about 7 months now. We started in September of last year. We did our do-gooders brunch in October, but between then and now, we have helped probably over 1,500 people throughout the community in different ways. We've given out over $10,000 in rental and utility assistance for the community. We've helped distribute over 6,000 pounds of food. We've offered over 100 hours of free tutoring and mentorship and so many other things that I couldn't even name them all right now. But we are short and strong and mighty, you know, and I just give all honor and glory to God because it's not me and it's not us, but it's being submissive to God's will and what he wants to do through us as a collaborative.
Do you find the community participating?
Oh, yeah. The community's loved everything that we've done. We've accomplished over, I want to say 100 and some surveys from different people throughout the communities. And the number one answer that people respond when we say, what do you feel that the community needs most? They say more events like this, more events where people can come out and have something positive to do.
Absolutely. Who would you like to shout out? Who is your support system personally? Who is it that just keeps you up and held up?
Oh, man. I want to shout out my Safe and Sound team, my Huxley partners, Karen Bailey with Youth Earn and Learn, April Jett with Behind Your Mask Healing Center, Jason Wells with Hype Factory Fitness, Francis Knight Thompson with Mount Sinai Chainbreaker Ministries, also Coach Brickhouse with Brickhouse Boxing Gym. And we also have, I'm sorry, y'all, everybody ain't coming to mind right now. There's a lot of y'all, but y'all know that you are my sounding board. You are my encouragement, and you are my team, my family.
Yes. I want to know about the name Impact. Let's talk about it. Where did it come from? Who came up with it? It's really, I love the acronym. And then when you break it down, individuals making positive, active change together. That is awesome. How did that come about?
It was divine. You know, God showed me that one of the biggest things when it comes to people is sometimes titles can separate you. Mm-hmm. You think about in the past, like you're talking about princes and peasants. Well, the princes and the royalty didn't mix with the peasants. Mm-hmm. So now we have things like religious and secular and nonprofit and for-profit and civic organization and unpolitical party and all these other groups. And sometimes we get so focused on the title, even with different denominations and churches. Yes. We get so focused on the title that we forget about the work and the mission. And the work and the mission is to promote active change, yes, to promote God's kingdom, to be able to show people here on earth God's love, God's graciousness, kindness. And so inside of all those different groups, there are individuals that want to come together to make that positive, and it's active because it's ongoing. Absolutely. It never stops, and they want to do it together.
Well, I like that name. I like that name, yes. Impact. Give that information again about how they can contact you and where you're located and the special event that you got coming up.
Absolutely. So you can call me 757-254-8156. I'm always available on my cell phone. If I don't answer, please don't leave a voicemail because I never check them. Text me. Right. I'm just being honest. I tried to change the thing and say, hey, don't use this, but call me or text me. And then you can always find us at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, individuals making positive, active change together.
Right now, Portsmouth is listening to you now. If you could say anything to the community of Portsmouth, what is one of the things you would say to them?
I would like to say to the community, and I'm going to be real specific because specific is terrific. I'm calling out all of the pastors, all of the clergy, all of the deacons, the missionaries, the people that proclaim that they love God, but they're in their house and they're not doing anything to make a difference. I'm calling you out because we have to get out into the street. We have to go ye therefore and teach our nations and lift God up. If we're lifting God up and we're magnifying God, his word is true. He said, I will draw all men. And so I think we've kind of gotten away from that. The church is supposed to have a certain place in the community. It's supposed to be a pillar. It's supposed to be somewhere that people can go and be able to get what they need. And so I'm calling out all the churches, all of these different people to get off your post and get down here in the trenches and let's get busy.
Absolutely. Let's talk about politics. How will politics and the atmosphere of what's going on now affect your organization? Do you all depend on federal funding? Are you all, do you have to go abide by rules and things that will come from the powers that be? Will it change the way your organization is run?
Well, this is what I believe. I believe that it's going to change things in the best way that I could have never imagined. Because if you understand the current administration, they are business minded and they're always looking at how they can get ahead when it comes to these different tax codes and things. So when it comes to federal funding, no, we're not dependent upon federal funding. All the work that we do primarily is from people like you, people out in the community that support us. And once we really understand, we have the power, we have everything we need within us. So we don't have to be relying upon those things. But if you understand the tax codes, if you understand business, then you will definitely get yourself in position.
Absolutely.
Because when this person was in administration the last time, business-wise, it was the best year of my life for my business. It propelled me forward. It set the baseline for where I am now. But that's because I understand business. And a lot of people don't get the fact that you can be a single member LLC and still get access to the same benefits as a multi-billion-dollar corporation. The code is the same regardless of the size of your organization.
Oh, that is marvelous. So again, we're going to give that information. We want to thank you for what you are doing. And, we want to highlight again that this service is for people across the board because your coalition is across the board. But again, let them know what impact is and how they can either get involved or how they can come out and benefit from what you all are doing.
Absolutely. So March the 29th, we have our spring fling. You guys can definitely get involved as volunteers, as sponsors, as mentors. If you want to come out, we would love to have you. Our goal is to promote Portsmouth Peace Week. Our overall mission is to connect the community to resources to be holistically healthy. So we focus on physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial health. If you have any resources that you provide underneath those 4 pillars, please get with me. We would love to promote your resource and make sure more people in the community can access that. If you would like to call me, you can hit me up directly, 757-254-8156. Also, you can visit our website, safeandsoundportsmouthva.org, and you can see where all of our collaborative partners are. All their contact information is there. And you can also get plugged into our network. We meet every Friday morning through Zoom.
Absolutely. I tell you what, this is a marvelous thing you all are putting together. And the thing about it, Mr. E is young. It's a young organization, but it's full of fire and a lot of accomplishment.
That's right. And they're doing a wonderful job over there in P-Town. I want to shout out P-Town. Yes. Make sure you go by. Give them that address again.
3421 Portsmouth Boulevard, Portsmouth, Virginia, 23701.
And for more information, you can call them at 757-254-8156.
Absolutely. We want to say thank you again for being a part of FYI Radio Show. We hope to hear from you again. Of course, we're going to talk because I feel as though we could link to work together. Just like you were saying, you all that are in your house, you all that are just not, active at all. This is your opportunity to be a part of something great and to help grow it, help it to be what it needs to be. This is God's doing, and we're here to serve one another. So, look, thank you all for joining us. Just stick and stay with us for a few minutes and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. If you'd like to be a special guest, sponsor, or intern of FYI, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. That's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or you can go on Facebook and inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, WMBA 88.9 Peace, 95.3 FM, and WPCE 1400, and on all social media platforms. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.
All right. We're still here with our friends just for a few minutes on social media. We want to say good morning to Tiara. It's TIARARENA. I don't want to mess your name up, honey, but we're so glad to have you on. And there's plenty of folk on Facebook Live. I can't see your names right now, but if you want to, we can shout you out if you put your name in the chat. But look, we got some great things going on. We want to thank Miss Serena Mann from Impact, Individuals Making Positive Active Change Together, for being with us and for doing what you do and celebrating Women's History Month with us. Thank you, Serena, so much. You're doing so many wonderful things in the community. Serena had a birthday party, and I forget. And then she had a nerve talking about she was 40. I always thought she was like 20 years. Her 20s look so young. But she's she's maturing, but her work is, before her. You all make sure you check her out on social media. You can go to her page of Serena Mann, and before she leaves, we're going to get that information to you all on social media. Again, check her out, her organization out. Do some things that can help and uplift her as she continues to build along with her team and other organizations in the community. It's needed. Did you hear what she was saying about Portsmouth alone? That's across the board. We're seeing all kinds of things going on, crime and all kinds of things going on. And we really want organizations to come in to help clean up this, the things that are going on. We want families to be whole.
That's right.
We want, we want individuals to be whole. We want women to be whole. We want children to get that chance. My God, we want children to get that chance to live and to grow and come to their full potential. And so we want to thank you again, Serena, your organization, and how you are blessing us, all of us. Her information is up there. You can go to www.safeandsoundportsmouthva.org. She has her number 757-254-8156. And you can also email Impact Minds. Is that 7
Yes.
at gmail.com.
That's right. Impact Minds 7 at gmail.com.
We want you all to, check us out. On Monday, we have Monday Sports Talk. Mr. E, you checking out NCAA?
Let me tell you.
March Madness.
Let me tell you. I saw Carolina play, and I saw Kansas play last night, and then I saw Arkansas play, and then I listened to some of the great news that's going around about the Dallas Cowboys. My heart is broken.
Why?
I see my team dismantling, just falling apart. Our third string quarterback, Mr. Trey Young, is now going over to the Commanders. DeMarcus Lawrence, who is a Pro Bowler for the Dallas Cowboys, is now going over to the Commanders. Dak Prescott, who is the quarterback, the leader, is now putting his hat on the hook and said, I'm done. I quit.
Oh, that's crazy. Now, that's crazy. But I tell you what, Commanders are up and popping. You know, they have the new name, formerly known as the Redskins. They're doing their thing, Mr. E, and they did very well on last season. So look,
can they repeat it?
Of course, folk gonna run over there. Yes,
can they repeat it?
But also,
well, they got money over there too.
I know it. Well, let's also mention before we go the March Madness, but let's talk about Norfolk State and their win. And
that's
how
right. Congratulations,
college teams and things like that. But look, Sports Talk on Monday. Please join us. FYI After Dark. We'll be on After Dark on Monday. We'll tell you what topics. We'll announce that as well. Also, don't forget to. We got immigration. You know, we just did trafficking. But we're going to be doing immigration and some other things on our FYI morning show. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. And you can also be a special guest, intern, or sponsor. Speaking of sponsors, you can check out Beard Gods, BEARDGODZ, Beard Gods, and also you can check out Bulvic Academy, BULVIC, a great website for young people. I've developed the games, the books, and all that kind of good stuff. We have a course coming up real soon. So you all don't forget Bulvic Academy as well. You can be a special guest, sponsor, intern with FYI. Mr. E has the T on that.
If you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor, or you want to be in our audience, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. That's right. And once you email us, we'll email you back and let you know what time. Just email us, send us your email. We'll email you back and let you know what times are available and when we want you to be in our audience. If you want to be a special guest, give us a call, 757-714-7861, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
Sheila Robbins, thank you for joining us live.
Hey.
And all you all that are on, thank you. I see the numbers. Thank you all for joining us. You can always go in the chat and say hello. But also, Serena has put in the numbers and the websites and the email address, so you can reach out to her and support. You all have a wonderful day. Serena, thank you, Mr. E.
Just before we go, we sent some information out on Facebook to go to YouTube to like and share,
Absolutely.
share and like and subscribe. I sent out about 100 of them. Please, y'all
Absolutely.
go there and like and share and subscribe. We need the number.
Absolutely. So look, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's going to warm up. Don't fret about it. Spring is here. But other than that, you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday for
That's
Monday
right.
Sports Talk.
Deuces. 2 up, 2 down.